Mai Media, broadcasting all around the world, on the spot, on the dot. Right, it's a very good evening to you. Of yours, listeners, if you're coming in right now, let us know where you're from. Just type in the comment box and press the share button here. We've got an important news review tonight. Various stories that are shaking the internet, or the Zim internet. Okay, inside the country and around the world. And we're starting straight away. Gents, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, splendid. We're going to be starting straight away. And our viewers, listeners, if you're coming in right now, it's 9:30. No, 9:40. It's literally 9:40. Excuse me. Right, where's my camera here? I apologize. What's going on? We're supposed to be having... Okay, here we go. Let's remove the banner. Hi, gents. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Wonderful. Okay, great. Our viewers, listeners, I'm joined tonight by Dr. Massimo Mavaza.
Yeah, Mr. Chkanza, I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
And
up and down.
Okay, beautiful. And right, we're joined also by the heroic whistleblower. He's a former prison guard who broke a story heroically in 2008, and that was a story that came on ITV, on BBC. I mean, it was a big, massive blast relating to the 2008 elections. Mr. Shepard Yuda joining us live right now. And by the way, he's now a forensic scientist, so we're going to be hearing more than just someone who came on TLF television. We're going to be hearing, I guess, and I'm hoping that we're getting tips here about whistleblowing. Doc Mavaza.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
We are quite well. I just need you to correct it. Don't call him
Yes.
a blower. You call him a traitor.
A traitor?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Our viewers and listeners, here we go. We're going to start right now. Tonight, we've got several stories.
It seems bad.
Oh, is it my network or what?
I think it is that way.
Could be mine. Where I am, there is poor reception. There is poor reception.
But we can hear you perfectly, however. Okay.
He's afraid of me.
Right. Okay. So, gents, as we start, I've got about 300 people on the stream right now, live inside the country and around.
Mr. Chkanza, I've got...
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chkanza.
Yes, sir. Can you hear you perfectly?
Mr. Chkanza, I've got an objection here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got an objection before we start.
Mm-hmm. Shoot.
My objection is don't call Dr. Mavaza doctor. Just call him Mavaza Murakashi. Thank you.
Mavaza Murakashi. I don't know if he's going to agree to that.
Coming from a traitor, I end my doctorate. I did not just claim it. But anyway, let's go to the discussion.
Right. Thank you very much. Our viewers, witnesses here coming in right now. Just type in the comment box right there. We are starting straight away. And here we go. We've got three stories here. Three stories that have shaken the internet. Three stories. Anetsa. Akonzereza msarinya. Pa internet. Akasiana. Right. I'm hoping tonight that we have the ladies who have been calling us relating to the latest disturbing development regarding Mai Titi, the socialite Felicitas Murata. If you're coming in right now, press the share button, because I know you're a very large constituency of ladies who are concerned, who have said voice concern around this. So we are teacher, we're just gonna go straight away here. We have three stories here, and these stories that we're gonna discuss, they are: number one, the first story relates to Mr. Wicknell Chivayo's leaks. Malik Wicknell Chivayo. What is going on? What is going on in the country? Is State House still in control, or is the president still in control? Or truly, as is being heard in these audio leaks, chakati G chakatodzvanya hanzi ndakachisunga kuti G ndizvo
chakabatwa chimudhara che chakanzi G chidhara chaya chanzi G.
right, okay, right. So we've got that story, right? We've got that story. Number two story here relates to what women have voiced out in the diaspora regarding, or in local and international, regarding Mai Titi, the socialite. Nyaya dzekutumirwa vanhu mapurisa mongonosungwa pa midnight. We have the third person here, if not the fourth person, atumiro mapurisa achisungwa, and definitely in number two, in the space of under 1 month. The first one is a ZANU-PF activist by the name Patricia Jeke, who is also a loyal or First Lady Auxilia Mnangagwa, who had a fake cop just arrive at her home in Harare, and she was suddenly kidnapped without a warrant, and violently so. And that incident was captured live on camera on Facebook Live. And I think there's a hearing coming up on the 14th, is it? I'm not sure, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but that very same cop, fake cop who did this, by the name something Chidawa, Tafadzwa Chidawa, he is someone who has been in the news. He's someone who is even on bail right now for another matter relating to something similar. But quickly, he has power. Anima powers murume uyu ekuita go and arrest a ZANU-PF activist, Patricia Jeke. What's going on here? So story number three. Let me just quickly read. Okay. Right. Okay. Here we go. The story number three relates to our football. What's going on with football? Because Trungona football, why is it that we have a tapera? But I think football will not be in the realm of politics. The politics
ngawambozama mavhara coach.
Right. So we're gonna start. Doc Mavaza, please give us your 3 minutes uninterrupted. What's going on? Makabatwa kunzi jika mapera kai ZANU-PF yapera kai matogwa nemunhu akasungwa anonzi Chivayo. What's going on? We can even see my youths anywhere kunyora my statements now, but they're only getting enraged after seeing these audios. Shoot, please give us your 3 minutes.
You must appreciate the fact when a person is near the president and is excited to take a photo with the president, he ended up thinking that he is the president. Yes, Chivayo is a man who is doing his own businesses, and he was given one or two few tenders, which is quite okay. But I think he has been overwhelmed by the money and overwhelmed by the support he's given. You must realize that the president, Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, had opened his hands, his doors, his gates to everybody, regardless of your political realm. He had opened his gates to every Zimbabwean. If you want support in any aspect, the president says he's a listening president. So he listened to people like Chivayo and all those people Chivayo was mentioning. Unfortunately, there are some people who mistake the goodness of the president as weakness. So Chivayo then tells people that because he was asked to be closer to the president in one stage or the other, he then thinks that he's above the president himself. He now thinks he is the president. That's not true. It's unfortunate. And one thing you must learn about President Mnangagwa is that if you go over your expectations, over the bounds, he will control you. He will put you back in line. There are so many ministers who had gone and thought that they would not be fired because they are friends to the president. They were fired. I can give you names. Starting from Mutodi, Minister Muda was once fired, pulled out of a meeting and kicked out, and then he's back now. So the president is not afraid of anybody, regardless of your proximity to him. So Chivayo must be really warned that what he's doing, he has been given a chance to develop himself and the people around him and the country, and to bring in investors in the country, which he was doing very well. But unfortunately, the guy is overwhelmed and is doing what is called name dropping. There is no truth in what he said. There is nobody who is on his payroll. The president can instruct the minister to put money in his account, in the president's account. Why would he need Chivayo for money which he is giving him? The president can ask anybody to give him money, his friends, his followers, his lovers, his people who would say, President, we will do this with you. So yeah, I can assure you that what Chivayo has been saying in the audios which have been released, is totally insane and is overwhelmed by power, but he must realize that power comes and power goes, and power is permanent. And again, you cannot try to disrupt the happenings of ZANU-PF by an audio. ZANU-PF cannot be destroyed by an audio. It has been built. It has been built by blood, and therefore we are a long way to be destroyed by Chivayo.
I think you have spoken enough. You've talked enough. Let me talk.
No.
Right, let him land. Please let's have him land. Let's have him land, please. Please finish, Mr. Gomavas.
Thank you very much. And I'm surprised that Yuda has forgotten commands. When you're on parade, you don't talk, Yuda. So I haven't called you to stand down. But let me finalize and say what we are seeing now in Chivayo's world is the reality that when you are given an opportunity, you don't mess it up by thinking that you run the world. Chivayo is not a partner of the president. No, he is actually a beneficiary of the presidential benevolence. And therefore, he should not say Akachibada when he's actually is the one Akabat. And all this verbal diarrhea is spraying all over will come to end very soon. Yes, Simba. And thank you, Mr. Yuda. Over to you.
Right, Mr. Yuda, tell us here. Give us your rendition. What's going on here? Is
Thank you,
State House not captured by Chivayo, by a convicted fraudster?
Thank you, Mr. Simbashkanza, for affording me this chance to speak. Right. First of all, my friend, my Murakash, I am removing the title doctor because I'm replacing it with the Murakash Mavaza, MM. My brother has already forgotten, Mavaza, that president's office runs the affairs of the president. And there is a protocol that is followed for you to have audience with the president. That means no Jack and Jill can just claim to own a president without the president's office involvement. Because for him to meet with the president, he follows the protocol. He writes some letters and so forth, which we have never seen happening in our country. We have seen him going into a plane, a state plane, a helicopter on state duties that even the vice presidents are not allowed to be in there. But Chivayo, we have seen Chivayo in that helicopter. We have seen Chivayo flying with E.D. Mnangagwa everywhere he goes, holding hands, laughing, sharing whatever they are sharing. So that is a sign to say the president has already been captured by Chivayo. He is akatonzi G. Apapunyuke pipe. So it's irresponsible for my brother Murakash Mavaza to try and say president this, president that. This is the same president we saw during the Al Jazeera documentary, where he was involved in this gold scandal. He is not new to all these scandals, Mnangagwa. So this brings to question now the office of president itself to say, look, is Mnangagwa suitable for that office? Because I first asked even Mavaza last time, why would Mnangagwa go around with a clown like Java? And now he's going around with a clique of thieves, a gang that is milking the country dry. And he's seen associating with those people. We have seen him associating with Mai Titi, who is now kidnapping people. So this brings the suitability of the president for that office. I think by now, ZANU-PF, if they reflect, they can tell you, Simba, what I can tell you, that during Mugabe's era, we never saw all this nonsense. We never saw all this nonsense. We never saw Mugabe going around the country with the thieves, displacing people. Vachimadoro, vachibhema mbanje na Chivayo. Atiramboona Mugabe achizviita zvezvo. Remember yesterday I said Mugabe had set the bar too high beyond the reach of anyone in ZANU-PF at this juncture. This is why we come to the idea that even Mugabe said, the only suitable person to occupy that office, considering the bar he has set in that country, is only Chamisa, none other than Chamisa. So we go back now to suitability of Mnangagwa in that office. Is he the correct or the right person, the right candidate for being a president? All these shenanigans has disqualified him. No matter now that they want to try to clip his wings, but the damage has already been done. The president has already lost his dignity. The president's office now, maakuita toilet. State House maakuita toilet mekuti ukanzwa manyoka unongoti arikainimbokona ndodhotera mustate house. Ndozvakakuita vana Chivayo. Anongofona chero kuti anondira kumbononwa tii nani naMnangagwa otongobuda oenda kuna Mnangagwa zvisina protocol. Simba president munhu anochengetedzwa. Uyo anonzi Chivayo is not an elected official, is not a public servant. Uri kunzwa? Is a nonanity. Muzano haamuzivi, haana kana position muZANU-PF. Mugovernment haana kana position yaanayo mugovernment. Kana kuti zvinhu kutoshamisa zvitaurwa naDr. Mavasa, naMurakashi Mavasa right now, kuti hanzi uyo Mnangagwa ari kuti uyo aunze ma-investors in that country. Who is he? An investor haaende kunoudzwa unzi uya uinveste. Investor anovhizita nyika yenyu monwana yeti momutenderedza achiona kuti mari yangu ndoisa papi. Zimbabwe is a pitless hole where you cannot place your money in there. Vana Dangote vakauya vakazviona kuti shit, kudyirwa mari mahara nembavha idzi, vakabva vabuda vakaenda. Andiri kuona. Solar project yekugwanda, Chivayo has failed to make it take off. Saka, how do you trust that thief with investment, the country's investment? Trikutaura panapa, Dr. Mavas. Kuti matenda aitaura, that audio yaya is authentic. Aitaura matenda yekuti anosanopuwa mari in advance yematenda. Mari yemagetsi akapuwa in advance akadya yese. Taiona akutengera vanhu motikari, achitengera munhu Benz 145,000 achipa vanhu, achigovera.
Yeah, Simba, Yuda is gone, but I could.
I think his line is breaking. I think his network. He had mentioned that the network is struggling. I think because he's in a place where I think due to network when you're driving. Yeah,
I would respond nevertheless, and we want.
I don't know if it's appropriate to respond immediately before he lands. Could we give him maybe 10 seconds?
It doesn't make any difference because I'm going to respond anyway. And
he actually says that Yandido needs us, so let me just try and come back in.
Okay, while you do that, I'll wait, and then we can close the show if you think I can't respond in his absence. But what he said needs to be responded, whether it's there or not.
You should respond. I just wanted him to finish. That's all. To finish totally, if that's okay, please. In 10 seconds. Let's wait. Right. Hey, what's going on now? How does this happen? Anyway, I think you can go ahead and respond now because Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite grateful to the network for dropping him down because he was really saying nothing much. Um, the reality of the matter here is Zimbabwe and all these listeners is clear. What Chivayo is doing is called name dropping. He just drops names so that people think he's heavy, he's strong, he's done that and that. The president allows anybody and everybody to take a photo with him. It does not mean he knows them. Some of the people who you see posing on photos with the president does not even remember their names the moment they leave. But he is the all-encompassing president. He listens to everybody. He wants everyone to know that he is their president. He is the people's president. You cannot, in any way, compare Comrade Mugabe and Comrade Mnangagwa, their styles of ruling. It's different. Mnangagwa has got his own way, and that's his way. Mugabe had his own way, that's his way. You have your own way, that's your way. There are people, Simba, who are dying to take photos with you. You are not refusing, but the chance of meeting them has not only come. But the day you meet somebody who will say, Simba, I've been looking for you. Can I have a photo with you? It does not mean that you are being controlled. It simply means some people have got this joy of wanting to be with us. And when we are not there and when we have not met, it does not mean anything. So there was nothing wrong in the president meeting Chivayo or Java or anybody he met. He meets whoever he wants. He's a free man. He is the president of the country. He is the president. So whatever he does is entirely admissible and allowed. And furthermore, Simba, I wanted to say the issue of Chivayo, it's quite a serious issue. And I assure you, soon and very soon, Chiwayo's cows will come back home to boo. Because what he's doing, he forgets that he is only a person who is benefiting from the goodness of the country. What Chivayo's businesses are and how he's doing has nothing to do with ZANU-PF. So I don't understand why people always want to connect ZANU-PF to Thagari and all these things. Yes, the president was not representing ZANU-PF, he's representing the country. So any Zimbabwean, regardless, and I agree with the Yuda who says that Achawa does not even have a ZANU-PF card. Yes, he doesn't. And that shows you that the president is not only the president for ZANU-PF, but the president for each and every Zimbabwean. So I can tell you, wherever you are, that this issue about Achawa is nothing to worry about. It's not a big issue. It's not a scandal. Neither is it an embarrassment. It's simply a big man embarrassing himself, a man called Chivayo, calling up names. He's having his own fight with Kimombe and Pof. Whatever that fight is, it has nothing to do with the president. He drops in the name of Scott. Let me tell you, Scott Sakupanya is richer than Chivayo. Scott cannot be sitting and queuing for $150,000 from Chivayo. That's not money for him. He cannot even do that. But Chivayo was trying to make people believe that he is the one paying Scott. Scott has his own businesses. He runs his businesses. He runs them effectively. He has his own minds. He's utilizing his minds. And therefore, for Chivayo to say he's now the paymaster for Scott, I don't know Scott myself. He's not my friend either. But it's not good that Chivayo would go and lie about Scott. Scott had nothing to do with Chivayo's business. If they meet in one or other areas, but not for Chivayo to say he is the one who pays him money and he was going to give him 350 from the money he was going to get from the government before he's done anything. That's not it. And if you want a tender, it will be announced. You will know what he's got from the government. In the meantime, he's simply wanting to balloon his ego and to inflate his ego and inflate his wealth, which we know very well that it was not gotten properly. Yes, the government has tried to give him some work to do, some businesses to do, giving him a second chance. In truth, he has been given a second chance. Unfortunately, he is missing his second chance, which he has been given, and that is not what we do. He should apologize. to all the people he has called their names into disrepute. Now the misguided people from other opposition parties are now running to all the places, saying these people mentioned here are corrupt. No, he's mentioning people. It's the figment of his imagination. This has nothing to do with those people, and he has to apologize to each and every person he mentioned there. And then again, he has to realize that Chivayo was speaking to somebody else, and that somebody recorded him. He does not record what he says. He only records what Chivayo says. There was malice in it, and we'll get it later. But for now, this has nothing to do with the president. It does not embarrass him either. Nothing to do with ZANU-PF. It does not embarrass ZANU-PF either. Nothing to do with any person whom he might have mentioned. It has nothing to do with them. It is only his insanity, and he's actually drowning in overconfidence because of the money. But he should do the tenders he's given. He should execute them. He should do the work, and he should show why he has been paid for that work. So in short, Simba, I'll conclude by saying the Chivayo issue is a nullity. We don't have to worry about it. What he's doing, it will catch up with him very soon. We'll be talking about what will happen to him. We cannot let this go lightly, because he is actually messing up the name of the president of our country. And we cannot allow this to happen. It will be dealt with. So this is the position, Simba. Let's go to the next point, because this one is covered. And Yuda is run away the way he did run away from the prisons. He ran away from this program again. And Simba, don't you run away again from me? Okay,
Can you hear me, Doc? Can you hear me, Doc? I
now
was
I can
actually
hear you.
writing your notes on Twitter. You know, when you're speaking, sometimes I then tweet, usually like statements that people have made, to try and keep a balance on the conversation. So if you check on Twitter, you'll notice that I'll be tagging you here and there. Right. Okay. So Doc Mavaza, yeah, please take us through this issue of these arrests. This is the second time in over 2 or 3 weeks now that one woman is being allowed. One woman who once uploaded a picture or video of the president, and that she was accusing the president that she had been in proximity with him. The same person has gotten another woman arrested or kidnapped. Excuse me, rather word is kidnap, because you know these are visits that are being done with no warrants at all. People just find themselves in prison. And can we say that State House is in control, or State House has fallen under the control, the abuse of social media personalities like Wicknero, like in this case, Mai Titi, Java as well. It's a different story, by the way, but I'm sure you must have seen a lot of ZANU-PF members voicing concern over how they were used. They felt that they were used to attend Java's Night of Wonders that was poorly attended. But quickly, tonight we're just asking you to give us your comment over my arrest, my kidnaps of women. They are saying they no longer feel safe in their country. In their view here, you have one person, Arquita Shanoda, she violates both the president and the first lady, and takes pictures, or appears to have taken pictures and videos of them, spreads them around, just like Wicknell, boast around as if she's got unlimited access to the State House, and then now she's now getting all these people kidnapped. What is going on, Doc? I think, Mr. Yuda is back, but just take us through your answer, please.
Yeah, to start with, Simba, the arrest of anybody by the police has nothing to do with the State House. If Mai Titi is a complainant in a matter, the police are told the police would execute their duties by arresting anybody who would have committed a crime. And if the police believe a crime has been committed, they would refer that person to court, and then the court will deal with the matter effectively. So therefore, what Mai Titi has done, I'm not sure. I cannot comment much on what she has done because I have not been told, and because it's insignificant anyway, it wouldn't have been on my desk or anybody's desk besides the police officer who went to arrest the person. Mai Titi has no power to arrest anybody, so she did the right thing by reporting whoever she did to the police. If the police went to arrest the person, it is that they believed what they've been told by Mai Titi. And therefore, I can assure you, Simba, and welcome back, Yuda, that Mai Titi is not abusing any police. She's simply reporting like any other Zimbabwean, and the police are showing their efficiency by rushing and arresting a person immediately to show that Zimbabwean police are still alive, and they will arrest you if there's a complaint, regardless of who you are. And if they realize later when you're at the police station that there's no case to answer, they will let you go home. So we need to trust our police. If the police think there's a case to answer, they take you to court. If the court think that there's a case to answer, they take you to Yuda, the prison guard, who will look after you and train you to be a good person when you leave the prisons. So all the way, this is the process. We prosecute and execute justice in Zimbabwe, and therefore, Simba and Yuda, the issue of Mai Titi is not an issue we can spend time discussing here.
No,
because
Mavaza.
police.
No.
And he has not abused anything or anybody. So this is exactly my submissions, and I don't know why Yuda is crying now, but this is what I'll tell Zimbabwe, that don't be worried about
I've got poor internet. I've got poor internet. Give me chance to answer you. I've got poor internet. Dr. Mavaza.
We can give the poor men some poor time to answer. Yes, Yuda.
Right. Miss Mavaza, I'm sorry, Murakashi Mavaza. Let me tell you this. For the police does not decide whether you committed a crime or not. Because when a crime is committed, you cannot go and guess that a crime has been committed. What the police do is they arrest you on suspicion of having committed a crime. They don't say you committed a crime. Then they take warned and cautioned statements, which they compile a file they take to Attorney General's office for prosecution. The Attorney General will decide now whether you've got a case to answer or not before they send that case to court. Because if there is no chance of winning that case in court, the Attorney General will withdraw it without wasting court's time. Right. So we are looking at issues where police are used by a ZANU-PF socialite without searching warrants, without what, they just storm your house, take you to the police station, lock you up without proper procedure. Do you know what the police must do first? A report is put to the police. What the police needs to do is to take Dr. Mavaza to tell you that you are under arrest. Right. Then they take you to a police station for questioning. Right. There is no point of coming 12 midnight at your house, 1 o'clock at your house. That lady she is not violent. She's someone that one policeman can go and say, you are under arrest, can I take you to the police station? But they raid people's houses midnight, taking people away, locking them up. That is not proper, Mr. Mavaza. That is not proper at all. Zimbabwe has turned into a banana state where there is no rule of law. You cannot expect that from a police force. trained police officers raiding people's houses midnight to arrest just a single woman without a firearm. A single woman who they can just call that woman, hey, you are so and so, you are wanted by police, can you report to the police station? That girl can go to the police station. There is no point whatsoever, Mr. Mavaza, no justification here to say police will raid your house because Mai Titi has put a claim that you shouted at her. Then the police force will raid your house. Why? Do you know why the police is allowed to raid houses? They must have even a warrant to do that. That is signed by the officer in charge or by the commissioner of police. You cannot just wake up, Mr. Mavaza, put on your uniform and raid my house. You can't do that. This has turned Zimbabwe into a banana state.
Okay, Simba, I think you said enough. Let me respond to the points Yuda had raised. I'm sure Yuda has been trying his best to convince Zimbabweans that Yuda is totally ignorant of the police work. Yuda, police work is completely different from what you were trained in. You were trained in prison officers' duties and prison escort duties. This has nothing to do with the police work. Now, let me tell you the police work, Yuda. When a complainant reports a case to the police you have a discretion either to call you or come and pick you up. It all depends on what they've been told about the suspect. If they are told the suspect is violent, they have to go with backup. If they are told he's a reasonable person, they will call you and say, come to the station. There is no particular way a person should be arrested. It is up to the discretion of the police, either to jump on you, put handcuffs on you, use excessive, use minimum power or use minimum force. It all depends with the circumstances surrounding the place where the suspect is and what the suspect is doing and who the suspect is and what does the suspect do. So it is not an issue of a banana republic here. And again, the issue of Mai Titi making a complaint. Mai Titi is a Zimbabwean. She's allowed to make complaints to the police or anywhere. And the police should react from the complaint by Mai Titi as much as they can react from the complaint by Chamisa. Anybody who goes to make a complaint to the police gives them the same reaction.
The question,
They
Mavaza,
do not show bias
Mavaza.
to anybody.
The point of concern here is why is it the same person is sent to arrest you, the same person is sent to arrest me, the same person is sent to arrest Simba? Is he the only police officer at a police station? This is where the question is.
Yuda, you and me are discussing an issue which is not a clear one. Simba said the person was not a policeman, he was fake. Simba says those people were not arrested, they were kidnapped. So that is not the work of the police.
Right. This is why I'm asking you, Dr. Mavaza. Let me call you doctor now, because I'm asking you a very simple question. Why is it every time when people want to be arrested because Mai Titi has made a complaint, one person will go? You come to your place. You can answer me. Answer me.
I want to answer. Yes.
The person, one person. No. Let me finish. Why is it one person is sent to arrest you last month? The same person is sent to arrest me this month, and the same person is sent to arrest Mr. Chikanza next month. Is that the only police officer in our country? And why is Zimbabwe police allowing this to happen?
Let's see, this is what I'm saying to you. If what you are saying happened, the police will investigate it. If that person is a police officer, there is a procedure which is followed. If you report a case to the police, the man you report to is not the one who comes to arrest. The case is entered into the books. In RRB, a case report book is opened, and a crime reference number is allocated, and an arresting officer is instructed to go and arrest. And when he arrests you, another officer is instructed to investigate, and is called the investigating officer. So there is no way one man can be sent by one complainant, and that is not how the police work.
This
And
is what we are seeing. This is what we are seeing, Mavaza.
And if
this is what is happening.
If this is what happens, Yuda, I can assure you, our police will look into it, and you will see the results very soon.
When are they going to look into it? This has been an ongoing thing for the past 3-4 years. The same person being sent to harass Zimbabweans.
They are looking into it now, and Simba has told me that the person has been arrested and is going to be coming to court in the near future. I don't know when, and that he has a pending case already, where he has been arrested before. So on that basis, if he's arrested and is brought to court, the court have got a prerogative, have got a discretion to give him bail or to refuse him bail on the basis that he's a serial offender. So this is the issue. Yuda, you are a very busy person, a respectable person. I know you've got some little brains, which we gave you when we trained you at the prisons. And we know that those brains, you have them. We cannot discuss gossip from Mai Titi's diaries here as facts. You'll never know whether Mai Titi is not.
It's not gossip, Mr. Mavaza. It's not gossip. It's a cause of concern. You are a citizen of Zimbabwe. Listen, you are a citizen of Zimbabwe. I'm a citizen of Zimbabwe. The people being harassed are citizens as well. And someone is using the proximity with Mnangagwa to harass citizens.
What you are forgetting is that someone is a citizen as well.
Why is that person using the proximity to Mnangagwa to harass Zimbabweans?
For your information,
he has got guts to tell Zimbabweans that, look, you will never step in this country as long as Mnangagwa is president.
It doesn't matter what she says. Anybody says anything. Zimbabweans, we don't.
And tomorrow, you see that person. You are
not listening. What I'm telling you,
Dr. Mavaza, there's a question there from Gigi Tugwete, who is saying, why does she accompany the police? Why I know accompany police say?
This is what we are saying, that has to be looked into. But sometimes the police would ask the complainant to accompany them because they don't know their house, they don't know their address. She will point at the address and point at the person.
Midnight. The concern is
Asina without a police warrant.
You don't need a warrant to arrest a criminal when a crime is being done.
At midnight.
When a crime is being committed, you don't need a warrant of arrest. You just have to inform the person that is on arrest.
Mavaza, why is it happening at midnight?
This is the allegations from the complainant.
But let me tell you, Mavaza, when I was picked up by CIO and the CID in Chipinge, first of all, these guys knew that Shepard is a well-trained man, Shepard is a karateka, Shepard is a weapons instructor. Right, but they came 11 o'clock in the morning to say you are wanted by law and order in Harare. Now they are going to arrest a single lady who can't even fire an air gun. They go 12 midnight, armed to the teeth.
Okay, let me tell you two things. When you were picked up in Chipinge after committing the crime which you did, which I won't say now, and taken to Harare, you were a cooperating a criminal. You did not refuse to be arrested. You did not try to fight. You were a good criminal.
Mavaza, let me tell you. Ask the prison officers who were there when I was picked up. I never cooperated with the criminals. Those are not the police. They are criminals. It's a banana state. I don't cooperate to criminals.
We can talk about your case later, but what I can tell you and what's on record, you were a good criminal when you were arrested and when you were taken to Harare and when you ran away when you were given bail. And now that you have run away, if you go back home, we will arrest you. We're still waiting for you so that you can answer to your crimes. But don't worry, the law is very slow, but it will catch up with you when you get back home.
Right, gents. Gents, we were supposed to do 30 minutes only, and we have crossed over. We're now in 40 minutes. Could we please touch on football, on our football? Dr. Mavava, what's going on here? Muri kuita bhora redu imini. Vafana vedu vakutambira kuSouth Africa. KuSouth
I
Africa.
think
And vobva varohwa neka small country kaLesotho.
Simba, the issue of football, I can say this in a very concerned manner. Our Minister of Sports is not showing her teeth. He is not have a grip on football. She is concentrating on swimming, and this is very wrong. I think we need to call upon the president to call upon the minister to do something about our sports, because she being the minister of sports is actually let us down, has let football down, and I don't blame it, because most privileged children who grew up in going to Group A schools and playing tennis and swimming don't support football, so they will destroy it. And that's what the minister is doing, because she will never support football. But however, we just hope that as a minister and the team she works with, they are looking into the embarrassment we have suffered in South Africa in our football, and probably doing the best for our football. It's high time now we should get the best trainers. We are actually angry with people. We have got very serious physical trainers outside the country who could come to Zimbabwe and train our kids' physique. We've got Yuda there. Yuda used to be a very good physical trainer, but because of his silliness, he's now out of the country. He should go home and train our team some physical training. And a lot of people out there, we Zimbabweans can train themselves, and we can be the best footballers in the world. Unfortunately, we are not supporting the team, and the minister is not supporting them either.
Who appointed the minister?
The president.
So in other words, the president is inefficient. He can't even identify talent.
No, football is not the only sport in the country. So he identified talent.
It's not the only sport in the country, but we are looking at where the majority is. Because football is the only most supported sport in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I'm sure the people will take it to the minister or to the president, and we will see some changes happening very soon.
So
Right.
it means the president is incompetent.
No, actually, I'm not going to respond to that insanity you are bringing in now.
And it means the president is paying a deaf ear to the issue of stadiums in the country. He has known this issue for the last 10 or 15 years that we don't have a stadium in Zimbabwe.
Actually,
and he has never spoken about it. I've never heard Mnangagwa talking about a stadium issue in Zimbabwe. Never in a day.
Yuda, if your brother Chivayo liked football, instead of buying cars to the people with cars already, he would have probably sent that money to develop our football grounds. Unfortunately, we had Kudata Girei. He wanted to do a deal and revamp our stadiums. But the
Mr. Mavaza,
Triple C led council
Mr. Mavaza.
Wait, let me finish. The Triple C
you
led
can't
council
finish. You can't finish on that.
and therefore
I can't let you. No. I can't let you finish on that. You are wrong.
The Triple C in Zimbabwe, and we wish that Triple C can never come back ever. Then we can have a better football team in our country.
Mr. Mavaza, do you know Walter Magaya?
Yes.
He built his own stadium.
But it's very small. It cannot.
But why can't it agree with all his money is built his own stadium?
He is not selfish. He wants to develop the country stadiums.
Yeah, when he goes to Guero and build his own stadium, he's developing the country. He is developing the country. Why can't
That's
he
the
go there
problem.
and build a stadium?
Let me tell you one thing, Mr. What is your name again? Yuda. Tagire does not have Chamisa spirit to run away, to jump the ship because there's a problem. He wants to solve it. So he said there's a problem with the
Which
stadiums.
problem?
Let
Which
us solve them.
problem? Which
And
problem can he solve? Why
your
can't he
triple-
just build his own stadium and say, okay, fine, I've built this stadium, I've donated it to the state?
He is going to do that.
When?
Very soon you will see a stadium in Gweru.
You guys have known that we don't have a stadium for the last 45 years, and you never did anything.
It was all because the Triple C-led councils have refused
Before Triple C was formed, before MDC was formed, you never even considered building a stadium in Zimbabwe.
National Sports Stadium was built after independence by ZANU-PF.
When was it built? When was it built?
You
when
should
was
know
it built?
It was built by ZANU-PF.
When was it built?
Whatever, it was ZANU-PF who built.
That thing, Mr. Mavaza, should be raised to the ground. It doesn't serve any purpose. If you go to National Sports Stadium, let me tell you, if you don't know, that thing is collapsing. It has got a wide crack behind it.
But that time
it must be raised to the ground. Listen to me. National Sports Stadium must be raised to the ground and a modern stadium built in that country. If Itagwirei wanted to develop a national sports stadium or a stadium for our team, he should have started with the National Sports Stadium because it's collapsing. Anyway, it is collapsing right now. It must be raised to the ground. Listen. It must be raised to the ground and a proper modern stadium erected in that country.
Yeah, I can advise you, Yuda. I advise you to put your concerns down and forward them to the Minister of Sports. She will deal with it immediately.
So you mean she's blind? She can't see what we are discussing here.
Now that you are passionately seeing it, I think you can help.
So it means this minister was waiting for me to see this and tell her.
It should be an honor that somebody is waiting upon you.
Come on, guys. Why are you so incompetent?
No, it's not incompetence. We are revamping everything from the roads to stadiums.
You are so incompetent. You are appointing people who are so incompetent in positions, and the president is so incompetent. This is why you see he goes around with all these clowns. So you mean Mnangagwa doesn't know that we don't have a stadium?
I think you need to tell him, but the issue I've told you already is the Triple C-led council had refused people to revamp these stadiums.
They were right because that stadium has been there before even ZANU-PF before ZANU-PF ruled the country. That stadium has been there, and they've been looking at it like that. They never did anything to it. Why do they want to do it? Because there is Triple C now.
Because now it is dilapidated, it needs improvement, and Triple C had refused. You should actually be addressing why it refused.
The whole country, Mavaza, the whole country is dilapidated. Even ZANU-PF is dilapidated.
No, let's have a good discussion here. Not that these insults, which are not supported by any evidence.
It's not an insult.
If there's no topic to discuss further, we will need to thank people and meet Yuda tomorrow in another discussion. But the discussion about football, it's what I've said, Yuda. You must have listened to what I've said, and I'll repeat it again in closing. That the football issue, the Ministry of Sports is dealing with it. I'm sure I'm not happy as well, and that something should have been done. We don't deserve what we are getting in our football, but this has nothing to do with the president. So for you to turn back the failures of the minister upon the president, it's laughable. Seriously, and when the next reshuffle comes, you will see what the president will do, because he is seeing what his ministers are doing, and he is knowing what's happening.
He was there. He was in the government since 1980.
Gents, can I just quickly read? we're about to close. Can I quickly read comments and then we can have your closing remarks? Because
That's
it's
fine.
important for people to interact with you. We're going to be shutting by 40. So we're 36. So by 40 we'll be done and dusted. This one is to you, Doc Mavaza from Faith Z. You should say what you say. You should say we are going to look into your case and deal with them accordingly. And she says, Doc Mavaza, the same way you answered sporting issues is the same you answer Mai Titi cases. Joel Mlambo says, so she is Minister of Swimming, not the Minister of Sports? Question, right? And then Faith Z says, rather than defending that person, right, and taking Zimbabwe as a joke, and then Faith Z says, all ZANU PF guys are the same. They don't want the truth. Blessing Mangwende says, Wena, shut up. Iwe dara maite iko chatawana mode kunyepera triple C. Okay. Um, Lena Maramani says, Apa really enjoy a good living in the UK. Apa Rino Taura Dondo. Okay, right. So I won't read insults, by the way. If you want me to read your comment, don't put insults. Make your point heard, make your point known without insulting or being obscene. Christine Chirere says, Vamavaza, pane kuti mutaura nyaya iri paground, unongoti chamisa, aita sei. Stabile comment says he can't speak without saying Chamisa's name. Charlton Ushe uyu ndi Dr. Weiko, okay, and then Bruno HKD, and then okay, here we go. Okay, Giddy Harding says no better hospitals either. Kunama hospitals, and Chamisa Manyama, Chese Chamisa Kwasara kuti ndatadza kuenda okay, right, okay, and then let's end with this one. I think sometimes he forgets Chamisa is no longer in charge of CCC. Wellington Kwaramba. And then Tatenda Pavajira says ZANU Yakawora Hapana Defense Yava Ngo Chaga Apa. Okay, Charlie CM Simba, do these speakers have a mandate to speak the positions of their respective parties, or they're just speaking for themselves? I think let them answer them here. Right. Fun Studio says this guy is one of them. I'm not sure, Kuti, one of them. How do we? Fun Studio there is dropping there. I think Fun Studio must be knife. But quickly, Dr. Mafaza, let's end. Give us your 1 minute, please. Your 1 minute. Please make them strictly 1 minute. There's no more discussion now. There's no more debate. We're just throwing your points, and then in 2 minutes we're shutting.
I can assure Zimbabweans that what Chivayo is doing now, it will definitely catch up with him, because he does not hold the country at ransom. He is not richer than the president, neither is he richer than the country, and therefore he cannot say that he's controlling the president. So those audios are very unfortunate, misplaced, and again, Zimbabwe forgot to tell the people that Chivayo did write a statement distancing himself from his own audios, but it does not do much. It simply shows us that he's unrepentant. And furthermore, to those who actually are complaining that we've not done much in sports, yes, we agree that is the area which is lacking, and it will be dealt with, and the president will deal with it. He's an all-listening, all-encompassing president. And again, all your concerns, please bring them up. Let's not fight. Let's talk. And I can assure you, with ZANU PF, we'll go very far. That's the only party which we can call ours in the world. And President Mnangagwa is the only president who is ours today and now. And therefore, he deserves our respect. And I can tell everybody
Thank you,
else,
Queensland.
come and join ZANU PF. ZANU PF loves you.
Mr. Ida, 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Simbachkanza. Let me wind up by saying, look, Zimbabwe needs a new leadership.
Shut up.
What Zimbabwe needs is Zimbabwe lacks leadership. It's a country on autopilot. It's on auto cruise, and can crash any minute because we don't have a leader. This is what I can only tell Zimbabweans, that look, we need to wake up. We need to remove Mnangagwa, Chivayo, Java, and all these other clowns from masquerading as leaders of this country. That's what I can only say.
Wow.
It's time
Thank you
to
very much.
regain
Jen,
our country.
Jen, thank you so much for coming in today. Our viewers, this has been our debate tonight. We're supposed to do 30 minutes. Unfortunately, we've spilled over. But I'm hoping that we've enjoyed the exchange. Let's keep the conversations coming, keep the debate running. Type in the comment box, drop us in the inbox. As by the way, also if there's any news story that we're supposed to follow. This is your news network, zimi.com. And Doc Mavaza, thank you for coming in. Look forward to having you tomorrow. Mr. Yuda, thank you.
Thank you, Simba. Thank you, Zimbabwe. And thank you, Mr. Yuda. And God bless. Good night.
Listen. When I enter, good time gets up, choose up. I'm on the one, phone and look new top. Blessing in the tree, and that's not good up. Hey, I am better. Who's also for not to temple, man, and I'm miller. I'm going to tell them, Obey Baba, I battery. I battery, to put on a come sembera, I battery, Mr. Umbeya Baba, I battery, to put on a
This is Zimi Media, broadcasting all round the world, on the spot, on the dot.
So this is case number 26 out of the refunds, and we're just hearing this morning that a refund has been made. Have you found it?
Are you from Northampton? Hi.
How many years have you waited?
3 years.
3 years. And how does it feel?
I'm so happy.
Yeah?
I'm so happy. And thank you very much, Simba, for all your help. Thank you so much.
Wow. And you found the reference now. Thank
Yes,
you.
I did.
How much more is left?
About 45,000.
45,000 is left.
Yeah.
So far they refunded? How much?
About 3,000.
3,000. And that's what you had deposited transferred into her account?
Yeah.
Right. Wow. What's your message to other women who are still to get their refunds?
Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Don't lose hope. And listen to Simba, please. And Bud Ezra. Listen and follow all their instructions. We'll get victory.
Wow.
The descendants of the great pharaohs are clearly now rising to take over the world. The Americans have CNN, the British, BBC, the Asians have Al Jazeera, the Germans have DW. Where is the great pharaoh's own news network? Where's the great eagle's eye? It is here. It has come alive, finally. And even now, as I look at this instant reversal previously impossible, I know that this is just the beginning. There is clearly so much more in store for us if we were willing to invest in ourselves. Let's invest in Zimi, our own network, the Black Pharaohs News Network, the People's Eye, the Zimi.
So this is case number 26 out of the refunds, and we're just hearing this morning that a refund has been made.
Northampton.
Have you found it?
I did.
Are you from Northampton? Hi.
How many years have you waited?
3 years.
3 years. And how does it feel?
I'm so happy.
Yeah?
I'm so happy. And thank you very much, Simba, for all your help. Thank you so much.
Wow. And you found the reference now. Thank
Yes,
you.
I did.
How much more is left?
About 45,000.
45,000 is left.
Yeah.
So far they refunded? How much?
About 3,000.
3,000. And that's what you had deposited transferred into her account?
Yeah.
Right. Wow. What's your message to other women who are still to get their refunds?
Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Don't lose hope. And listen to Simba, please. And Budi Ezra. Listen and follow all their instructions. We'll get victory.
Wow.
The descendants of the great pharaohs are clearly now rising to take over the world. The Americans have CNN, the British, BBC, the Asians have Al Jazeera, the Germans have DW. Where is the great pharaoh's own news network? Where's the great eagle's eye? It is here. It has come alive, finally. And even now, as I look at this instant reversal previously impossible, I know that this is just the beginning. There is clearly so much more in store for us if we were willing to invest in ourselves. Let's invest in Zimai, our own network, the Black Pharaohs News Network, the People's Eye, the Zimai.
Good morning, members. South Africa has received the money, and they said that they want to start off with payments for the 1 million to Beta Brands, which is what we had signed the contract for. Then after the holiday, we've been able to engage them because we had agreed to top 7 days. Marisa zovanetsa money laundering act kuti vaitenge as if vari kumhanya stere kuda kuburitsa mari. Saka for Easter purposes ndaisa pressure kuti ashama tisire 1 million edi at least timbotanga kumhanya. So as agreed, Scott totora 350, inini 150, Mike 150, Mpofu 150, then Momzo yatoapa 100, DG toapa 100 to make a total of 1 million, and 150 by 4 is 600. Then Scott 200 yake to make 800. Tuweka sawa. 30. Scott takes 350. Posara 650. 650. Mom's on oil 100. Posara 450. 450 to split at 33. 150. Saka mari yese ikaenda 18 million rands account passport. It's a new account yakavhura last month. Inono freeze wa FNB go. So can you send me my bank accounts enyu? Mpofu yake, Mike yake. Timboti dzitwe makusina naye idzodzo ma 150 wayo ndesiro yangu. Then the rest we talk next week. Yeah. Okay. Can I please send them as soon as possible? Thank you. Asida involvement yana wakawanda panyaya impofu. I'm very disappointed. Une dzungu rimwe risingaite. Ana Chief Jose wakunoudza, hey, mumwe wako akadai, hey, chino nechino. Hey, Chief Jose is my best friend from 1992. Ungandidaro shosho kuenda unoshanda nana Mpofu ndiri stuck zvandakaita izvi ndikuti vanhu vakandikanya panyaya yembudzi vada vari kundithreatena uenda unoshanda na Mpofu. I told you, let's do this privately. But you are going all over the show saying all sorts of things, all sorts of threats. Hazvipere mushe. Hatizimboziva kuti simba racho raona rabva rawanda sterek sei. And to be honest, even zvese zvemakambani ako zveprinting zvese, to be honest, I'm not even interested. I want us to finish this next week, topedza, then we shake hands. Aziya kwake aziya kwake, because this is pointless. I'm saying we are teaching shamwari. I have an opportunity. Nachifunga kuti uchaita zvematende zvako, waita zvematende mukoto mucontrol ikoko moitawo mari yenyu, munoziva kuti iyo tichakupa yakati. Ndingapindire zvamuri kuita nemapartners enyu amuri kuita ikoko. But then you are causing a big man. Vanozikana kuti kubroka kana kuti chikuri kupa that excitement kana kuti disrespect. I don't understand. 2 minutes wafona pa, 2 minutes wadai. Why are you involving ana Jose? Wapinda papi? Why can't you be calm, Sakamarada? Anyone. I'm just disappointed. And sorry to say, I'm no longer interested because it's not worth my while. Every 2 minutes hey shamari, I don't work with people who threaten me. Ndoshanda nelove tichiwirirana tichionesana tichikuudza mafacts. I prefer improve your argument. Don't raise your voice at me and this wako. Improve your argument. Taura mafacts. Say apa mutaura chokwadi but ino point yangu ndeiyi apa auri say zvese zvamataura chokwadi tachikumbura mukadai apa mukadai what do you think tikadai kuti 2 minutes hazviperi mushe haina handisi munhu wejambanja. I've lived that life ndikaisiya ndiri munhu webusiness. I sit in boardrooms totaurirana zvakanaka and people shake hands. Kanatadza kuwirirana, whoever has the final say makes the decision. If people think that this is the last job, they say it's still okay. Hapana problem. We're still friends, you know. It's just disappointing. Anyway, do me my banking details as fast as possible. Thank you.
Hello? Hey, audio famba sema jamani yanetsa kai? Jana. Audio yenyewe kutendera matenda. Jana sana. Say with no. Jana. This much kanza. Muri kuzvambisa sei kune audio yenyewe matenda yo mabvuma kapo muri kujigamaridza matenda. Fake news. Now audio ndabonzwana ndikuzolela. Audio kutendera muri kutaura iyo kuti mimi you are now closer to number 1.
Good morning, members. South Africa has received the money and they said that they want to start off with payments for the 1 million to Better Brands, which is what we had signed the contract for. Then after the holiday, we've been able to engage them because we had agreed to top all 7 days. Marisa zovanetsa nemoney laundering act kuti vaitenge as if vari kumhanya stere kuda kuburitsa mari. Saka for Easter purposes ndaisa pressure kuti ashama tisire 1 million edi at least timbotanga kumhanya. So as agreed, Scott otora 350, inini 150, Mike 150, Mpofu 150, then Momzo yato apa 100, DG to apa 100 to make a total of 1 million and 150 by 4 is 600. Then Scott 200 yake to make 800. To work as a 30. Scott takes 350. Posara 650. 650. Mom's on oil 100. Posara 450. 450 to split at 33. 150. Saka mari yese ikaenda 18 million rands account passport. It's a new account yakavhura last month. Inono freeze wo FNB go. So can you send me my bank accounts enyu? Mpofu yake, Mike yake. Timboti dzitwe makusena naye dzodzo ma 150 wayo ndosiro yangu. Then the rest we talk next week. Yeah. Okay. Can that please send them as soon as possible? Thank you. Asida involvement yano akawanda panyaya impofu. I'm very disappointed. Une dzungu rimwe risingaite. Ana Chief Jose wakunoudza, mumwe wako akadai, chino nechino. Chief Jose is my best friend from 1992. Ungandidaro shuwa kuenda unoshanda naMpofu ndiri stuck zvandakaita izvi ndikuti vanhu vakandikanya panyaya yembudzi vada vari kundithreatena woenda unoshanda naMpofu. I told you let's do this privately, but you are going all over the show saying all sorts of things, all sorts of threats. Hazvipere mushe hatisi kuzoti simba racho raona rabva rawanda sterek sei. And to be honest, even this is my company printing. To be honest, I'm not even interested. I want us to finish this next week. Then we shake hands. Because this is pointless. I'm saying we are teaching. I have an opportunity. Nachifunga kuti uchaita zvematende zvako waita zvematende mukontrolo ikoko moitawo mari yenyu munozoti iwe tichakupa yakati handingapindire zvamuri kuita nemapartners enyu amuri kuita ikoko, but then you are causing a big man. Vanoziva kana kuti kubroka kana kuti chii kuri kupa that excitement kana kuti disrespect. I don't understand. 2 minutes wafona pa 2 minutes wadai 2 minutes wadai. Why are you involving ana Jose wapinda papi? Why can't you be calm sakamarada? Haana kana zvakutaura na anyone. I'm just disappointed and sorry to say I do. I'm no longer interested because it's not worth my while. Ndakutanga ndakushungurudzwa ndakuthreatenwa every 2 minutes azvipere mushe. Hey zvakati shamari. I don't work with people who threaten me. Ndoshanda nelove tichiwirirana tichionesana tichikudza facts. I prefer munhu improve your argument. Don't raise your voice at me and this mwana wako. Improve your argument. Taura facts. Say apa yemutaura chokwadi but no point yangu ndeii apa auri say zvese zvemataura chokwadi tachikumbura mukadai apa mukadai. What do you think otikadai kuti 2 minutes azvipere mushe haina handisi munhu wejambanja. I've lived that life ndikaisiya ndiri munhu webusiness. I sit in boardrooms totaurirana zvakanaka and people shake hands. Kanatadza kuwirirana, whoever has the final say makes the decision. If people think that this is the last job, they say it's still okay. Hapana problem. We're still friends, you know. It's just disappointing. Anyway, do me my banking details as fast as possible. Thank you.
Hello? Hey, audio famba sema nje mana yanetsa kai? Ndiano. Audio yenyu kutendera matenda. Ndiana tara. Say with no. Ndiano. This much kanza. Muri kuzvambisa sei kune audio yenyu matenda yo mabvuma kapo muri kudya mari dzematenda.
Fake news. Now they are not ones who are not doing that.
Audio kutendera muri kutaura iyo kuti you are now closer to number 1.
Good morning, members. South Africa has received the money and they said that they want to start off with payments for the 1 million to Beta Brands, which is what we had signed the contract for. Then after the holiday, we've been able to engage them because we had agreed to top all 7 days. Marisa zovanetsa money laundering act kuti vaitenge as if vari kumhanya stere kuda kuburitsa mari. Saka for Easter purposes ndaisa pressure kuti ashama tisire 1 million edi at least timbotanga kumhanya. So as agreed, Scott otora 350, inini 150, Mike 150, Mpofu 150, then Momzo yato apa 100, DG to apa 100 to make a total of 1 million and 150 by 4 is 600. Then Scott 200 yake to make 800. To work as a 30. Scott takes 350. Posara 650. 650. Mom's on our 100. Posara 450. 450 to split at 33. 150. Saka mari yese ikaenda 18 million rands account passport. It's a new account yakavhura last month. Inonofreezwa FNB go. So can you send me my bank accounts yenyu, Mpofu yake, Mike yake, timboti dzitwe mwakusiyana naye idzodzo ma150 wayo ndoisirwo yangu, then the rest we talk next week. Yeah, okay. Can that please send them as soon as possible? Thank you. Asida involvement yavanhu vakawanda panyaya yeimpofu. I'm very disappointed. Une dzungu rimwe risingaite. Ana Chief Jose wakunoudza, hey, mumwe wako akadai, hey, chino nechino. Hey, Chief Jose is my best friend from 1992. Ungandidaro shuwa kuenda unoshanda namupofu ndiri stuck zvandakaita izvi ndikuti vanhu havakandikanya panyaya yembudzi vada vari kundithreatena woenda unoshanda namupofu. I told you, let's do this privately. But you are going all over the show saying all sorts of things, all sorts of threats. Hazvipere mushe. Hatizingozoti simba racho raona rabva rawanda sterek sei. And to be honest, even zvese zvemakambani ako zveprinting zvese, to be honest, I'm not even interested. I want us to finish this next week, topedza, then we shake hands. Aziya kwake aziya kwake, because this is pointless. I'm saying we are teaching shamwari. I have an opportunity. Nachifunga kuti uchaita zvematende zvako, waita zvematende mukoto mucontrol ikoko moitawo mari yenyu, munozoti iwe tichakupa yakati. Ndingapindire zvamuri kuita nemapartners enyu amuri kuita ikoko. But then you are causing a big man. Vanozikana kuti kubroka kana kuti chii kuri kupa that excitement kana kuti disrespect. I don't understand. 2 minutes wafona pa, 2 minutes wadai, 2 minutes wadai. Why are you involving ana Jose? Wapinda papi? Why can't you be calm, sakamarada? Anakana zvakutaura na anyone. I'm just disappointed. And sorry to say, I do. I'm no longer interested. Because it's not worth my while. Every 2 minutes azvipere mushe. Hey, zvakati. Shamari. I don't work with people who threaten me. Ndoshanda nelove. Tichiwirirana, tichionesana. Tichikudza ma-facts. I prefer munhu improve your argument. Don't raise your voice at me. Handisi mwana wako. Improve your argument. Taura ma-facts. Say apa yemutaura chokwadi, but no point yangu ndeiyi. Apa auri say zvese zvemataura chokwadi. Tachikumbura mukadai. What do you think? Tikadai. Kuti 2 minutes hazvipere mushe. Haina handisi munhu wejambanja. I've lived that life ndikaisiya. Ndiri munhu webusiness. I sit in boardrooms totaurirana zvakanaka and people shake hands. Kanatadza kuwirirana, whoever has the final say makes the decision. If people think that, no, this is the last job, they say it's still okay. Hapana problem. We're still friends, you know. It's just disappointing. Anyway, do me my banking details as fast as possible. Thank you.
Hello?
Hey, audio famba sema nje mana yanetsa kai?
Ndiano?
Audio yenyu kutendera matenda.
Ndiana sana.
Say with no.
Ndiano?
Ndisibachikanza. Muri kuzvifambisa sei kune audio yenyu matenda yo? Mabvuma kapo muri kudya mari dzematenda.
Fake news. Now ndiana bonzwa na ndikuzolela.
Audio yekutendera muri kutaura iyo kuti you are now closer to number 1.
Good morning members. Makutomhanya kuita meeting kuti patiri kupuwa mari apa, my expectations akwira. Mupofu akuti hatingapuwe mari 2 million US, 3 million. Ndechida kuti madhiri aya mukapuwa 100,000 US. It keeps you going. How many times have I got payments? Funga kuti my payments, this is the third one. Next week I'm getting another one, which is 5.2 million. Then kwakuchitanga mamwe zvimwe maprojects asera aya. Pane kupolice, pane kuimmigration, pane chakawanda. Esachuya, mwanga musingocollecta muri kudya ipension. You know, there's no need to be greedy or to try and aim high and try and... What I said is bring new work. Chinhu ndakachibata kuti dzvi. Kwete zvekufungidzira. Paenda kuItaly ndakasvika kuairport. Padabatwa roko my son. Ndiperekedza kusvika padhoo rendege. Patafamba mured carpet ndakabatwa roko tichitaura. Saka usara uchidai ichi. Saka svika padhoo. Apedza kumhoresa vanhu. Apedza kumhoresa maVPR2 kwakusidzoka. I'll phone you when I get to Italy. Goodbye my son. Ashedzera ndege yanga yamutswa. Goodbye my son. I'll call you when I get to Italy. Vandamhoreswa. Saka ndiri mukati saka ndikuti take advantage of that. Don't try and eat in what I have done myself or what caused us problems in the past. Each guy, Shamar, today my school fees. How can you cry about my school fees? There's no nothing. I'm watching 2.2 million. That's the documentary video. 2.2 million, but you cry about school fees. Saga, kuza Shamar. Takambukanya ne murungu. But na murungu ata accept a beg. Let's get whatever is there so that you keep going. Because what's difficult for us business people are running costs. Udawenda bosi ya 2000. Small was runeza de 1000. But then izvo zvinasimuswa 1 mabills akaungana 5000 madam. Oh, mari yako yemwedzi unoenda pedza newe. Asinotora newe 5 yako yega. School fees pamwe 10 pamwe 20 it's nothing. Kaka mapedza. Yo kwako mbovu kumarori pamwe ari kukubhadhara tsire maiko zvimwe zviri kubhadhara but ukaita passive income kana pakachuya it keeps you going. That's what I thought. Okay, fine. Let me reconnect with these guys because both of you have high potential. And the more and strike me deal to funny mari. Is always going to drought. Uno kuno understand une structure kuti tongo tista ku supply chibage. Tobva tango kanda right. Chibage chiku supply ne Militech. Ndo supply chibage chese ndo ya win a contract yacho. Boom. Advance payment. Takutanga kuti zvidi ndizvo advance payment because to trust waka twane mukuru. And one. So I need a team like that. Yes, I've got my own projects. You know my projects I'm going to manage. I want this, but I need a team like you. We share ideas. Each indrukurowane angle. What do you think? Yeah, it makes sense. Each chakanaka ichako each indrukurowa each. And each angle nega, but my payment angle is munaona kamnaona nyuko. Antazo upa you drink up. No, guys, 50,000 US each guy. No, 100,000. Mrungu tunaenda gorri kwenda ku south. Kwakamira say okay. Chinja imende next week nende nemwe mari next week. Kuti ndakatoti Victor boys rangu ndakuwirira naro vakatouya panapa vachivava vatuda mota dzedu kudzungu racho ndereka. Why can't you wait? Let me lead the way. Motera kumashure vakatouya hanzi vaivava na Mike, we want our cars. Taura nemunhu wako, taura nemurungu wako. Sanobva ngopera simba manje naye Mwari. And ndafunga kuti these people, you know, I do not want to walk away from them. Must know my 10 million US avo. Manje look at and understand level rasiyana. From election time I'm 10 times higher than I was then, if not 20. So level ratisiyaneka saka makasara pa level rero dai takakwira tese step by step would be. Saka you have to give it time, be patient. Got me 3 months as we get closer. Yatambopuwa yoyo it's okay. Ngatinyarare tichimanya tichaga basa. Kune ministry yakati, kune chakati chiri kuti kwakati, kune chakati kwakati, zvakati tichienda. So I don't know. Ndangoto nditi good morning. It's food for thought. And now ndiri kutuka.
Hello?
Hey, audio famba sema nje mana yanetsa kai?
Ndiano?
Audio yenyu kutendera matenda.
Ndiana tara.
Say with no.
Ndiano?
Ndisimbachkanza. Muri kuzvambisa sei kune audio yenyu matenda yo? Mabvuma kapo muri kudya mari dzematenda.
Speakers now ndiana bonzwana ndikuzolela.
Audio kutendera muri kutaura iye kuti mimi you are now closer to number 1.
Ignore boss ngoti good morning members. Makutomhanya kuita meeting kuti patiri kupuwa mari apa, my expectations akwira. Mpofa kuti tingapuwe mari 2 million US, 3 million. Ndechida kuti madhira aya mukapuwa 100,000 US. It keeps you going. How many times have I got payments? Funga kuti my payments this is the third one. Next week I'm getting another one which is 5.2 million. Then kwakuchitanga mamwe zvimwe ma projects asiraya. Pane kupolice, pane immigration, pane chakawanda. Esa achuya, mwanga muchingo collecta muri kudya ipension. there's no need to be greedy or to try and aim high and try. What I said is bring new work. Chinhu ndakachibata kuti dzvi kwete zvekufungidzira. Paaenda kuItaly ndakasvika kuairport pandabatwa ruoko my son ndiperekedza kusvika padhoo rendege patafamba mured carpet ndakabatwa ruoko tichitaura saka usara uchidai ichi neichi saka tasvika padhoo apedza kumhoresa vanhu apedza kumhoresa mavpr2 kwakuzodzoka. I'll phone you when I get to Italy. Goodbye my son. Ashedzera ndege yanga yamutswa. Goodbye my son. I'll call you when I get to Italy. Vandamhoreswa. Saka ndiri mukati sandikuti take advantage of that. Don't try and eat in what I have done myself or what caused us problems in the past. Ichigaya shamari. Today my school fees. How can you cry about my school fees? Nezo ndakatenga mawache 2.2 million rand ndokutumira video. 2.2 million. But you cry about school fees. Saka kuza chamwari takambokanya nemurungu but murungu ati accept a beg. Let's get whatever is there so that you keep going, because what's difficult for us business people are running costs. Uda kuenda apo usiya 2000 small ziri kuneza po 1000 but then izvo zvinasimuswa 1 mabills akaungana 5000 madam. Mari yako yemwedzi uno ndapedza newe asinotaura newe 5 yako yega. School fees pamwe 10 pamwe 20 it's nothing kakaka mapedza iwo kwako mbovu kumarori pamwe ako ari kukubhadhara tsirekiwo maiko zvimwe zviri kubhadhara but ukaita passive income kana pakachiuya it keeps you going. That's what I thought. Okay, fine, let me reconnect with these guys because both of you have high potential and munoona kuti mugona strike rimwe dhiri rekutofa nemari izvo kuti kune drought unogona une structure yekuti tongonzi tista kusupply chibage tobva tangokanda right chibage chiri kusupply nemilitech ndo kusupply chibage chese ndo yawina contract yacho bom advance payment takutanga zvedu ndizvo advance payment because totrust tiriwa nemukuru andikuona. So I need a team like that. Yes, I've got my own projects. Ndinawo maprojects angu andiri kumanyisa akawandisa but I need a team like you kuti we share ideas. Ichi ndiri kurova neangle. What do you think? Yeah, it makes sense. Ichi chakanaka ichi ako ichi ndiri kurova ichi handichangu ndega but mapayment angu obviously munoaona kamunaona nyuko handitazokupa iwo drink apa guys 50,000 US guy each guy no 100,000 murungu tinoenda goriji kuenda kusouth kwakamira sei okay chinjai muende next week nendi neimwe mari next week kuti ndakatoti naVictor boys rangu ndakuwirira naro vakatouya panapa vachivava vatoda mota dzedu kudzungu racho ndereika. Why can't you wait? Let me lead the way. Motera kumashure vakatouya hanzi vaivava namike we want our cars. Taura nemunhu wako taura nemurungu wako sanobva ngopera simba manje naye mwari and ndafunga kuti these people I do not want to walk away from them. You must know my 10 million US avo manje look at and understand level rasiyana from election time. I'm 10 times higher than I was then, if not 20. Sa level ratisiyaneka saka makasara palevel rayo dai takakwira tese step by step would be. Saka you have to give it time, be patient. Ngatimire 3 months as we get closer. Yatambopuwa iyoyo it's okay. Ngatinyarare tichimhanya tichaga basa. Kune ministry yakati, kune chakati chiri kuitwa kakati, kune chakati kwakati, zvakati tichienda. So I don't know. Ndangotonditi good morning. It's food for thought. And now ndiri kutuka.
Hello?
Audio famba manje mana yanetsa kai?
Ndiano?
Audio yenyu kutenderera matenda.
Ndiana tara.
Say with no.
Ndiano?
Ndisimbachikanza. Muri kuzvifambisa sei kune audio yenyu yematenda iyo mabvuma kapo muri kudya mari dzematenda?
Fake news. Now ndiana bonzwa na ndikudzela zvese.
Audio yekutendera muri kutaura iyo kuti you are now closer to number 1.
dzimwe nguva ndoignora because ndingangoti good morning members makutomhanya kuita meeting kuti apa tiri kupuwa mari apa maexpectations akwira mupofu akutaura kuti hatingapuwe mari.
This is Zemai Media, broadcasting all around the world, on the spot, on the dot. This is Zemai Media, broadcasting all around the world, on the spot, on